The first installment of the beloved Star Wars Battlefront series was released almost 20 years ago. Aspyr decided to celebrate the beginning of these classic games that many people, including myself, grew up playing. They did this by releasing the Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection, which includes Battlefront 1 and 2 playable on today's consoles and PC. So I'm sure Aspyr released a remaster adding updated graphics, adding cross-platform multiplayer, making a fun and easy experience for you and your friends to revisit a classic Star Wars game.
Amazing. Every word of what you just said was wrong.
That's right. Aspyr not only did none of these things, but they released this $35 Classic Collection, which is probably more broken and glitchy than the original version. I have Battlefront 2 Classic on Steam, and it generally runs better than this Battlefront 2 on the Classic Collection. So this is like paying a movie theater today to sit and watch a bootleg film on VHS. It's just ridiculous. Now, I'm not going to talk in detail about the original Battlefront 1 and 2 games themselves, as most people have probably already played or have an idea of them. I'm mainly talking about the Classic Collection itself. Aspyr also took two 10GB games and turned them into a 50GB game, so you better start clearing out your drives if you want to play. Now, the single player modes work fine for the most part, but multiplayer is what most people were looking forward to. I was one of the 10,000 players trying to play the game on launch, but on launch there were only 3 64-player servers to play on, so trying to play multiplayer was like waiting at the DMV. And at least it doesn't cost $35 to wait at the DMV. Eventually they added more servers and I was able to play multiplayer, but I can't believe I waited to play in such a buggy mess. It seems that the player count for the Classic Collection has dropped significantly since launch. Multiplayer was a big selling point for this Classic Collection, but between shots not registering, rubber banding, visual and audio glitches out the wazoo, the game disconnecting and crashing, there are just so many things that make the game not very fun to play. The visual glitches and bugs will give you a seizure and can be very disorienting, while the audio just does its own thing sometimes. Sometimes it's quiet, sometimes it's loud, and sometimes it's just silent. Hits just don't register. Someone in one of my lobbies said it feels like you're shooting blanks, which is often true. Apparently, the collection has other missing or changed stuff from the original game, such as Battlefront 2 campaign cutscenes and the Battlefront 1 loading screens. Aspyr really took the if it's not broken, fucking smash it approach with this bad boy. I feel it was a huge missed opportunity not making the collection cross-platform, and there's no real way to party up with friends unless you create your own server. The collection adds some content that used to be exclusive DLC. For Battlefront 1, it adds 1 map, and for Battlefront 2, it adds 4 maps and 2 characters, Asajj Ventress and Kit Fisto. This is the first time I've seen Kit Fisto and Asajj Ventress in Battlefront 2. Kit Fisto looks like a douchebag who just walks around talking about how good CrossFit is while he throws his Force beach balls at enemies. And I understand these are older games, but I think they did Asajj Ventress dirty. She grew some balls. Asajj's face looks like a whole ass man. I also hope you like playing space battles with inverted controls, because I could not find a way to change them. I feel like a remastered version of these games with things like updated graphics, cross-platform compatibility, and Galactic Conquest multiplayer, stuff like that would have been really nice to see, but instead we get dog-face Ventress and motion sickness when rolling around as Droideka. I love these games, and I played them a ton when I was a kid, and I even remember the first time I played Battlefront 2. I hate to see this collection be so disappointing. I wanted to like it, but apparently Star Wars Battlefront fans just cannot catch a break. Maybe the multiplayer issues will be fixed in the future. I would be lying if I said that I didn't have fun while playing this. There were definitely fun moments. These are good games, and they can be fun to play when it's working properly, but most of my multiplayer experience on PC was very messy. If you're playing on console, the Classic Collection may be worth it, but I haven't played any console version. If you are on PC, you are probably better off waiting for it to go on sale, or just play the older versions with mods. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.